What is good, everybody? It's your boy Jazz. I'm back with another video, and today we are in part 2 of the Chicago Bears franchise. We got free agency coming up. We don't get this offseason. You can handle the talks with them about retirement. All right, on to free agency. Don't like it. Don't like it. It's a steal, but do we really need a receiver all so much? He'd be a wide receiver 3? Hmm. That would make our wide receiver core really good. I mean, why not? You know? He's like 25, so 2 million increase to bonus. How about that? Alright. Out of here. Raise the salary a little bit. That should be good. Bang. We got him as he ran out of patience. That's good. I feel like that he'd be a good depth piece at corner. I mean, kinda, yeah, a little bit. Not really. I feel like we more so need free safety. It's more of a need. So, I'm not going to really go for Dax Hill because we don't really need him. And nobody relevant. That's great. Well, I don't mean nobody relevant. I just mean nobody good. So, yeah, so. Oh, yeah, we need a left guard. Hold on. We need an offensive line. I don't know how I never saw that. We need a left guard. He is an RFA. What about the records? Perfect. 77 overall star. 24-year-old diamond. Yes, I'm willing to commit to him long term. Like, he should develop good. So I feel like it's fine to want to have him long term. You get what I mean? I don't need him 8 years, but, you know. I reaffirm my statement. There's some a guaranteed year. Alright, I reaffirm my statement. There's 500K. Add an 8th year. Bang, we got him. Well, we didn't get him, but, like, we got him up to 100. I'll take it. Offer him like a 4-year deal. Alright, he takes that as an insult. Alright, I reaffirm my statement. Raise his salary by 8%. Not quite. Ran out of patience, that sucks. Alright, we'll advance the hour. We got Evan Neal. Alright. No, just my signings. We got Parker Washington, too. That's a successful free agency, in my opinion. Alright, let's go to the draft. In the draft,
We
whoa,
have
okay.
a deal. One of the top receivers has agreed to terms on a contract extension that will likely keep him and his quarterback very happy.
Okay, let's probably free safety, right? I feel like free safety is a valid position to go after. Because it's not like we need strong safety because we have Dylan Thieneman. I feel like we did more so just need free safety because, you know, it's like he's 28, alright? You have to understand what I'm talking about. Our free, our receiver room is insane, by the way. But, you know, the defense is pretty good. Well, not like pretty good, like, you know, solid. Free safety. Shame. Derek Driver. He doesn't look like he's gonna be great. Looks like the safety room's not so good. That's not good. I'm just. I'll keep an eye on Derek Driver. And let's just get to our pick first, alright? Like, first things first. Like, get to where we stand. That's hard to pass up. Who's willing to give up a lot for this pick? They are. They're willing to give up 2 firsts. But nothing this year. I'm not getting anything now. All I'm getting now is a second. We're going down 6 spots in the second and 5. Not terrible. I just don't see anybody that's like wanting this pick enough. You feel me? I don't know. I mean, this one I am getting a first this year, a first next year, a 5 this year, and a 7 next year. And I don't really know who to pick right now. I don't really think I want it. Well, who will it pick? An edge rusher. Let's see, who does CPU draft here? Or running back. Please tell me it at least drafts a safety. It drafted a defensive tackle. Alright, I let the CPU draft, and it looked like by the picks it made, it wasn't very good. Like, genuinely, what?
Some players develop as traits are hidden.
That sucks. That'd have been really cool if we could have got him. Because he is really good. Hidden Dev 84 for a rookie punter? He gonna be the best punter by next season. Yeah, give him a mentor. 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 Whatever. Shamar Turner got upgrade. I forgot to check on how good our rookies were. That's always fun. He was a 75 overall normal dev. So that's always fun. It looks like we had a 70 overall hidden dev receiver. Okay. Weird. Whatever. That edge rusher. How good was he? He was a 73 overall. Normal dev. That's always fun. What about the defensive tackle? 72 overall normal dev. The CPU just completely sold that draft. That's always fun. Yeah, that's great. But you know what? Whatever. Just believe it as an auto-generated. You handle it. We'll get to mid-season. We suck. Nobody worth it. Just like last year at mid-season, we are awful. That's always fun. Alright. I passed it. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Mid-season, 1,500 yards. Diego Pavia. 11 touchdowns, 3 picks. 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. 200 yards, 1. 102. Whatever. Parker Washington, by far, been our best receiver. Yeah, our best. Nah, not by far, but he has been. 450 yards, 5 touchdowns. 440 yards, 3 touchdowns. 200 yards, 200 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He's been having a good year. He's leading us in TFLs. Brian Burns with 8 sacks. Kyler Gordon having himself a good year. 4 picks. See if we can beat the Falcons. Alright, we're so bad. Alright. Well, I'll play the moments of this game. The team, it's not even like this team's bad. It's just like the roster isn't bad. It's just the team can't win games. I don't understand it. Like, roster-wise, we're a good team, in my opinion. Dude. That's always fun. And he breaks the tackle and scores. I forgot trying to tackle running backs in this game is the hardest thing you can possibly try and do. Big game by Adunze to the 7. He has over 500 yards on the year now. First and goal at the 7. It's touchdown Manunga. His dev trait shouldn't be normal, but it is. You put me in on a third down with a minute and a half left in the second quarter when we're down. Who does that? You're joking. No, we're having to look back at that as to what our secondary was doing here. Just nobody's there. Our safety is just sitting up there, up top, just standing around. And then it's not even Jalen Johnson's fault. He's just running his route. He's just, going on his dude. And then this Edwards guy, I don't know who he is, can't keep up. And Kobe Bryant, not Kobe Bryant, that's a different player. I forgot what that guy's name was. What is our free safety's name? I can't remember for the life of me. I don't believe it was Kobe Bryant though. Oh, it was. I was wrong. It was Kobe Bryant. My bad. Let's go! That Edwards dude finally did something. Oh, come on! Ty Felton. This defense is so bad. I don't get it. For what reason would I ever not go for this? You have to be stupid not to. Like, what? Nope. Coach tried to give me a suggestion, and I said, don't wanna. Do it myself. Do it the way I feel like doing. Manungai touchdown. 7 touchdowns. What happened? What happened? How are they at the 2? A face mask gets them from their own 35 to R2. Somebody explain that to me. Like, what are we doing? They had to have gone like a deep ball, and like, why? What happened? I don't even know. It's like the only thing I'm thinking it could have been was, okay, he fell. Oh, that's it. Switched to Colson Loveland, who's hurt. That's great. Like, no, he's not. Never mind. The only way I'm thinking is if they got a deep ball was brought and got tackled in a face mask, so they added 15 yards on it? That sounds right. That's kind of just me talking, though. He breaks a tackle, gets all the way to the one. See, when my players break a tackle, I'm happy. But when Jordan Mason breaks two tackles on the same play, I'm not happy. No, no. I'm running the same play until it works. Oh, but Jordan Mason would break that tackle. Dumb game. Maybe they missed it. Maybe they mistook Luther Burden out there for Jordan Mason. As y'all can see, I'm very mad about the Jordan Mason broken tackles. I'm tired of it. I'm so sick of it. Like, cause for what reason is Jordan Mason breaking all these tackles? Like, I'm just gonna have to dive at his ankles. Come out. Like, that is genuinely the only way I am getting, I am tackling this man is if I just dive at his ankles every play. If they run, dive at his ankles. Dive at the ankles. It didn't work. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad anymore, because what did I expect? This game loves Jordan Mason. Honestly, it's not even just Jordan Mason. It's just running backs as a whole. Madden needs to fix it. Like, EA, I hope you're watching this right now. Listen to me, EA. I hope you're watching this. Fix the running backs. There should be no reason Jordan Mason is breaking two tackles on the same play. Like, and I'm gonna show y'all why. For what reason is an 82 overall running back breaking breaking two tackles in the same play? Hmm? They don't got good reasons that. Not to mention another thing I'm mad about. Why is Jordan Mason an 82 overall start at running back, right? Why does he have a higher depth than Kyle Monangai? Hmm? And you're gonna be like, oh, but Jordan Mason starts as a higher overall. The second somebody gets a higher overall, has if somebody has a higher overall than somebody with a lower dev trait, I'm trying to think about how to say it. If somebody has a higher overall than somebody, right? And that person they have a higher overall than has a higher dev trait than them, that's wrong. For no reason should there ever be a scenario where my player has a higher overall but a worse dev. Y'all get what I'm saying? Just gonna sim to the playoffs at this point because we're probably gonna go 5-12, miss the playoffs, get the eighth, get the sixth overall pick, and the position we need is gonna be full of bums. Let me guess. None of our players were bad, but the team was, of
Patriots are
course.
surrounding one of the premier head coaches in the
Whoa!
NFL. He and his club parting ways in a move that's sending shockwaves across the NFL.
Whoa! Chiefs fired. Ah, I'm, I can't talk. Chiefs fired Andy Reid. I have another thing to address. Why does Jamar Chase have 1,900 yards, but his quarterback isn't even in the top 3? I need that explained. He wasn't even bad. Our running game wasn't even bad either. And we still had one of the worst offenses in the league. For what reason? Hold on, I'm a pull it up. We are going to search this up. Look at how many teams have over 7,000 total yards. We're searching this up. Y'all want to hear how many teams have had over 7,000 yards? Total offensive yards. Here's the amount of teams that have had over 7,000. The 2011 Saints was 7,400. The 2013 Broncos was 7,300. The 2024 Ravens was 7,200. The 2000 Rams was just 775. I mean, like 7,075. The Saints had 7,474. Broncos, 2011 Saints, 7,474. 2013 Broncos, 7,317. 2024 Ravens, 7,224. 2000 St. Louis Rams, 7,075. 2022 Chiefs, 7,032. Now, five teams all time have done it. And then this season, oh, that's casual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Five teams all time in real life have had over 7,000 yards in a season. And this one, 8 teams did it. 8 teams did it. To be a top 10 offense in this league, oh, you need over 69. You need over 6,900 yards. Oh, not even just over 6,900 yards. To be a top 10 offense in this league, you need over 6,975 yards. So you need pretty much 7,000 yards if you want to be a top 10 offense. Let's look at how we were. We had 6,300 yards. Hold on, we can search this up too. Yeah, we're gonna search this up. With 6,391 offensive. Like, just for context, right? It says we were the 6th lowest team in yards. Like, just hear, just listen to this. $6,391 yards. They said, you were the sixth worst offense in total yards gained. So tell me why there's never been a team with considered one of the top 10 worst offenses in total yards with that amount. Not one time. Listen to this. Teams with 6,391 total offensive yards and where they placed. 2013 Saints, fourth best offense in the league, with 6,391 total offensive yards. You know, even on defense, 2000 the 2000 Seahawks, they allowed 6,391 yards to their opponents. They were considered the third worst defense in this was the third worst defensive total allowed in NFL history at that time. By the way, even with the math, that comes out over on a 17-game season to over 376 yards per game. Madden, what are we doing? I can't right now, y'all. I can't. Madden's broken, y'all. Madden's broken. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Defense. $6,800 yards. We allowed 6,800 yards. 471 points. Just gonna do some math for y'all real quick so you can hear that in better terms. We allowed 6,799 yards in the total season. That means we allowed nearly 400 yards of offense per game. Touchdowns? We allowed 471. That means we allowed 27 points per game. We allowed 27 points per game and over 400 yards of offense per game. No wonder we were so bad our defense couldn't do anything. And we still have 51 sacks? Are you joking? Was our secondary just that bad? They weren't. They had some of the most picks in the league. What is going on? What is this game? I don't understand. Madden, I need this explained to me. Because tell me how that makes any sense. Yeah, because this season just magically, every team broke records. Pretty, like, if you weren't breaking records, you were considered not even a top 10 team in any stat. Like, what? What is this game? The anger that fills my body right now is immeasurable. You know, I want y'all to go. I want y'all to create a franchise, right? Pick whatever team you feel like. I want you to sim one season. And I want you to look at every single team and how they did in total offensive yards allowed and total defensive yards allowed. And I want you to see how many teams would have placed top 10 all time in whatever it is with the amount of yards they allowed. I want you to find out how many teams would have been considered one of the best offenses or defense of all time with their performance. And just see how many teams get there. Cause that dumb. Dumb. How did Andy Reid get fired? How'd the Chiefs do? They were 6-11. How good were they as a team? They had 6,800 yards. That's not a bad season at all. We had like 1,000 less. We had like we had literally 998 less yards than they did. What? They had the worst defense in the league in terms of yards allowed, and we had the second worst. How did I not get fired, but he did? How did Ben Johnson not get fired for this season, but Andy Reid did? That needs to be explained. We were worse. We were the worst team. We had one more win. We had the better defense by like what? Hold on. I can't do that math in my head. We had the better defense by 163 yards. That's one half of football. If we would have had like we were barely better. 163 more. We had 163 less total yards allowed. 998 less offensive yards, and Ben Johnson keeps his job, but Andy Reid doesn't. What is going on? No, I'm checking it. The Dolphins just fired their entire coaching staff. The Commanders fired their whole coaching staff. The Vikings fired their whole coaching staff. What is going on? Vikings wipe the house. Commanders wipe it. Dolphins wipe it. Chiefs wipe. Broncos wipe. What the? What is happening, y'all? What? What the? You know, at the end of... No, we're going to send to the offseason. I have to check something. You know, we're going to see how much worse Madden can get. Y'all, this is... What is Madden? Come on. I was so excited for franchise this year. What are you doing? Offenses are casually breaking records this season. Not to mention, Eagles win the Super Bowl. Okay. Let me check some. 7,629 yards. So explain how they did that. He had 4,500 yards, and they didn't have a single running back over 1,000 yards. Explain how that happened. Explain. That doesn't even make sense. That mathematically doesn't make sense. They had over 7,000 yards with their quarterback didn't even throw 5,000. They didn't even have a 1,000-yard running back. If they had over 7,000 and maybe had like a running back, like a running back with over 1,000, a few guys with over 500, like one or two guys with over 500, and maybe like a 5,000-yard quarterback, I'd been like, yeah, that makes sense. But what? What? They had the best offense in the league, but their quarterback wasn't even top three yard. Their quarterback wasn't even top three in passing yards. You know, we're in the off season. We're gonna check this. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Jalen Ramsey retires when he's still good. Okay. Trey Hendrickson retires when he's still good. Same with Devontae Adams. Alright, that kind of makes sense. Saquon just retired. Okay. Maybe that's why they... Okay, maybe Saquon had a really good year. I'm going to give Madden the benefit of the doubt. Maybe... I don't know why he retires at the top of his game, too. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. We're going to do the entire math for it. To explain the only possibility that they would have had that amount of yards. Okay. Wait, hold on. Just 32. Madden. Madden. I want you to listen, and I want you to listen closely. You said the Eagles had a total of over 6,000. Not even over 6,000. Over 7,600 yards. 7,600 total offensive total yards gained. No, we'll just do offensive yards as a whole. 7,000. The only way for them to have this amount of yards, by the way, is if Saquon ran for 3,500 yards. And this is with the exact stats they put in. So what, Saquon ran for 3,500 yards this season? It's the only way they could have had that. You know what, maybe you're thinking, oh, but what if they're... You know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. The only way it could be realistic is if you counted them. And if you counted them... if you counted their receiving, right? You're like, oh, what if they got that total by counting their receiving? I'm doing the math right now. You want to know the only way he could have done? They could have the exact amount of yards they have, even if you're also counting receiving. Is if Saquon ran for negative 865 yards. The only way he could have done that is if he was running, if he was losing 50 yards a game. The only way he could have done that is if Saquon was running backwards for 50 yards every game and not getting the ball again. So, Madden, explain. What are we doing? What are we doing? Genuinely. This makes no sense. Like, what? What? It's like, if you're counting receiving, he had to have lost 860. I said what? Like, he would have had to lose 865 yards in a season? Yeah. The only way for him to do this, if you're counting receiving, is that he lost 865 yards in the season. The only way he could, the only way he could have done it if you're not counting receiving, is if he ran for 3,500 yards. So there's no scenario where the amount of yards they have makes sense. No scenario where it makes any mathematical sense. Now, as you can see, I don't see 3,500 yards now here, do you? You know what? He's not going to the Eagles. He didn't even run for 2,000. Hmm? So tell me why the only way they could have had that is if he ran for over 3,500 yards. But by what I'm saying is he didn't even run for 2,000. He didn't even break his former record. Oh yeah, Jalen just casually breaks both of the Eagles' passing records in one season. Yeah, because that's totally realistic. Like, they've just been breaking all their records these past 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that makes any sense. Like, what are we doing? What has this game become? I just went on like, a 15-minute rant explaining everything wrong with this game. A 15-minute rant explaining everything wrong with this game. I play this game daily. And I will continue to. But the one thing I just want to get across and I want to explain. Madden doesn't make any sense. Madden is dumb. This game needs to be fixed. There are so many issues with this game. So many genuine issues with this game that make no sense. None. Like we have, when only 5 teams in history have had over 7,000 yards, 8 teams did it this season. 8 teams did it this season. You know what? I'm gonna add another one onto it. I'm gonna extend this rant I'm on. We're just gonna check. What's the most amount of total yards? Something. Theme. By the way, this one season, the Chiefs defense and our defense were second and third all time in single yards allowed in a season. The only other team to do worse is the 2012 Saints. I don't want to talk about it. The Saints just have really bad defense. Anyway, my point is, and what I would like to explain, is Madden, you need to fix this game. You need to fix it. Franchise has so many things that needs to be fixed. These teams need to stop having generationally awful seasons. Or generationally great seasons. Like, tell me why, like, the Eagles had the best offense in the league and the worst defense. They had the best, not worst defense. They had the best offense and the best defense. Not to, hold on. We're going to check this one out and see if the Eagles have another generationally good stat. My fault. That does not count. That's a 12. That is a 9-game that is a 9-game season. That does not count. It's the Dolphins that hold the record with 2,100, but that is only because that was a 9-game season. That does not count. In a 16 or 17 game season, we're only counting the 16 and 17 game seasons because that is a more realistic thing. You know what, Matt? I take back what I said. You're right here. You didn't do bad. 5,500 total yards allowed in a season is not generationally great. It's not. Like, even in 16 and 17 game seasons, teams, the highest record is the 2023 Browns with 4,500 yards allowed in that 17 game season. In 16 game seasons, 3,500 Eagles, 1991. But I will give Madden props here. That they get props on. That they don't. That these two, there's a genuine problem with that. You know what? Even I'm gonna add on to it. Hold on, we're gonna go back to the most. Like, I'm going to add on to how bad this is. Crap, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Crap. Hold on, y'all. Like, I'm just gonna add on to how bad they did with this. the the top 10, right? I've been going on about how bad Madden franchise mode is for about like 10 minutes right now. A lot. I've been going on about this for like 20 minutes nearly, actually. Just in the top 10, I'm gonna tell y'all how many teams would have made their way into the top 10 in this franchise alone. All three of them. These three. They would have been placed as the second worst defense of all time. They would have been placed as the third worst defense of all time. They would have been placed as the fifth worst defense of all time. Actually, sixth worst defense of all time. So Madden, fix that. There should not be this many teams allowing over 6,500 yards in a season. Like, there shouldn't be this many teams allowing over 6,600 yards a season. That is a generationally awful season. Only, like, teams in the top 10, like, the top 10 worst defenses of all time have done that. Madden, fix your game. That's going to do it for today. It's your boy Jazz. I'm out. Peace.